Bentley Turbo R. This is the 1992 version. And this was kind of the ultimate Bentley when it came out. There were actually two versions of this car. There was the Brooklyn and the Turbo R. And the biggest difference being that the Turbo R kind of had better engine, was a lot quicker, it was a lot more fun. So we've added that to Horizon. It's got a 6 3/4 litre Rolls turbocharged V8, and it does 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. Now, what people don't know about these cars is, especially in this era, they were all fully hand-built, and there was a real luxury that came with owning a Bentley. You get a really, really high-quality interior that they're known for, and as well as a great performance. So, as you can see here, just looking on the inside of the car, there's loads of leather trims and wood trims. There's actually on the side here, you can see there's like a wood trim with a wood trim on top of it. It's like wood trim inception. It's really, really cool. Had leather seats that were heated, again, big luxury at the time. Even at the back, if you were driving in the back of the car, you had lovely, fluffy floor mats that felt really, really well done. There were some wooden trays, and just the overall feel was just really classy. A really cool thing about this car as well is it actually had 2 car horns. You could genuinely change the car horn in real life, and obviously you can do that now in Forza Horizon 4. You can put a Windows XP shutdown in this car if you want, but at the time that was pretty cool. So you can get your hands on this by completing the Sun Never Sets Seasonal Championship in summer. So if you're after driving in a bit of luxury, put on Timeless FM, listen to some classical music, you can do that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to take this to a street race, because that just feels so ludicrous, taking a Bentley to a street race, and I totally want to do that. But it kind of speaks to the freedom that we offer at Horizon. So yeah, have a lot of fun with this one. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the I Pace electric drag, and that's a really big move from Jaguar. It's the first all-electric SUV, and it kind of signals a big change where the big manufacturers are heading. They're really prepared to go all in on electric cars, and it does 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, all-wheel drive, and it's got a top speed of 124 miles per hour. So the acceleration isn't anything to be sneered at. It came out last year, but it's already won numerous awards. It's got the best electric powertrain, the best new engine, and it won an award at the International Engine and Powertrain of the Year Awards. So already it's packing a punch, and it's all powered by a 90 kilowatt lithium-ion battery. Now, in real life, that would get you around 298 mile range. Obviously, in Horizon, we don't track that, so you can drive as long as you want.
Thank God.
But yeah, thankfully, there is no battery mechanic here. Really cool, interesting story about the I Pace. There's actually a racing version called the I Pace Trophy. And if you haven't seen pictures of it, you should definitely look it up, because it looks really cool. It's basically the track version of this car. Now, they actually pushed that to its limits. They pushed the battery to its limits as well, and they found that they got more performance and more range from it. So much so that they actually did an update to the regular I Pace to release more of the battery's performance, so you got more range. I kind of like that. You know, this car got better because they decided to take it out and race it on the track. And you know, only good things can come from stories like that. So
yeah, totally.
You can get this by completing 50% season completion in autumn, and it's also our monthly rivals car. Let's move on to the Land Rover Velar. Last but not least, this is this car kind of sits between the entry-level Evoque and the sort of higher-end Range Rover Sports. It's got a 3-litre engine, and the one we got in Horizon is a supercharged V6. So it's got a nice brake horsepower of around 380. Kind of really like the look of this one. It's got really nice and smooth, slimmed-down style, and it doesn't do anything to ante up any off-road design quirks. It's very slim and sleek. It's more tailored to the road, but it can still handle off-road really well, and that helps in Horizon if you can't take your corners properly like me. So if you spin out, you'll be fine both on the road and off the road. And yeah, there's quite a cool story behind the name of this. So Velar, throughout its entire production, Rover didn't really want this leaking to the press, so they actually registered a fake factory down the road from where they manufacture these, and registered all their cars underneath that. And then the reason being is that the registration plate would hopefully not be recognized by the local press. And so it was very sort of like very hidden, very under the wraps. And there was a suggestion that came from one of family members of a senior manager at Rover, his Italian wife, and she suggested that the name should be Velar because that comes from the Italian name, excuse my pronunciation, but Velari, which means hidden. And so there's kind of, even just from the name and the way it was produced, everything was well under wraps. I don't know if it actually leaks or not, but they definitely tried to keep it under wraps. And the name carries through. It's a cool name, and that's how it got the name. I'd love to be the person that named a car like that. It's very, very cool. And you can win this by completing the Tiding Rover Seasonal Championship in winter. And that wraps us